Greetings, gamers. Today, to try and get back on the YouTube horse, I am playing some Megabonk, which is a game I've played a lot of. It's eaten up a decent amount of my time, which is awesome because it's only $10 on Steam. For those of you who don't want to watch past the intro, it's basically 3D Vampire Survivors, but like significantly more memey, as you can probably tell from the character select. Because, you know, we got Fox, Sir Oofy, Calcium, Mega Chad, and so on and so forth. Bush is funny. But yeah, so it's the same thing. You start with a different starting weapon, and as you go on, you get items and weapons and power-ups and stuff. So yeah, I'm just gonna play this for a bit and go from there. Who knows how long this will be? Probably not even 10 minutes. I'm gonna be Amog because I want to be funny. Alright. That was good. The sales guy just loading in. What is this song? I don't think I've heard this song before. Yeah, that's another cool thing about this game, is a lot of the music is very good. Unfortunately, because Amog deals damage mostly via poison, we're not going to get a whole lot of value from things like crits and stuff. I do have a lot of... Yeah, just to be clear, this isn't going to be like an optimized run by any means necessary. Because I do have a lot of optional upgrades turned on that are not at all helpful for playing Amog. I basically just turn the game on and hit record. Yeah, that's fine. But yeah, you got a lot of funny meme items that you can get in this game. They're all very fun. Just do another run through, get all these suckers poisoned so that they explode and kill each other. And you don't really care about XP because we can just use a magnet shrine or similar to pick them up. We do, however, care about that treasure chest, which I unfortunately will have to come back for because there's just so many enemies. Well, there you go. And unfortunately that skeleton's probably going to get away because poison's not very good. Attack speed, duration, and size, I believe. Yeah, let's get duration up, just so that we can kill the tougher mobs. Ooh, that gas max is gonna be great. So we're gonna save up for that. Let's get the shield, so we can recover some HP more easily. You know, if I just didn't walk into enemies for like 5 seconds, I'm gonna hit this magnet shrine so I can get all that experience that I'm just ignoring. Chunkers is probably good. Aura is great. Yeah, so this is basically the game. You just walk around and attacks happen automatically, so there's no real mechanical aspect to it. That's good. We can go back and get that gas mask, which will give us a little more survivability. Thank you. Now, it may seem like overkill because we're not getting a lot of kills from the poison, but in the later levels when the enemies become a lot chunkier, this will be incredibly helpful. Or during a swarm. Other than the messed up stream I did the other day where I forgot to have the audio for my microphone turned on, things have been going pretty okay-ish, I guess. I mean, they could certainly be better, but, you know, at what point in life could it not be slightly better, you know? Yeah, see what I mean? These cacti are so durable. Damage tone is awesome. Yeah, this is basically the game. I mean, not this specifically, because there's a bunch of characters and they all start with different weapons and they all have different stats and stuff, so. Like, for instance, right? I'll try to do a game as Mega Chad, because his, passive is that he can negate damage and increase damage dealt by flexing. Which I think is very funny. And obviously, he starts with the aura weapon, because why wouldn't Mega Chad be able to kill enemies just with his aura? It's a very silly game, even if it is very simple. Oh, I should have picked luck, I'm stupid. Ooh, moldy cheese is great. More poison damage. Flame Walker is perfect. Yeah, but see what I mean? These scorpions are crazy bulky. We're still in the first level. Thankfully, that 10% lifesteal is doing a great job of keeping me alive. That's the best. Because I think attacks also affect poison ticks. And since we're getting a lot of that, we got 2 minutes left, so we should probably trigger the boss. Oh, I freaked out for a second. I'm like, I didn't activate a boss shrine. Why are there two? And it's because the sand golem also spawned. To get over to these mobs so I can get some more lifesteal. You know, and also just keep getting hit so I have something to heal. Oh, that's not great. We're fine. Alright. Sand golem should die from poison. Do more damage. Let's get back to the skates. Ooh, even more damage. Yeah. Let's see. I've also been playing a lot of Kirby Air Riders, so maybe I'll do a video on that. Probably gonna do Shadowverse and fighting games again eventually. Just trying to get back in the groove, as it were, since it's been a while since I've uploaded like a proper Let's Play video. Not that those are necessarily the most popular even, but who knows. You know, you'll never get famous if you never upload videos. Yeah, see, so these skeletons would have just combusted when we walked next to them in the previous level. But now they're taking a decent amount of time to die. And you know, for all I know, attack speed's useless because I don't think it increases. Well, it might increase the number of times poison ticks while it's active. Alright, more damage. Just give me more damage. Aw, oh, cool, tornado is spawning. Yeah. So a strat that I've recently figured out, and I'm sure has been known since this game has come out, is that you actually want to have at least a little bit of shields, because there doesn't seem to be like overflow damage, right? So like if you get hit and you have 5 shield, it'll just deplete all of your shield, but it won't deplete any of your health until you get hit a second time. And you know, I'm sure I just got proven wrong there by getting hit by that skeleton ball, but whatever. They are easily my least favorite enemies on this level, because they can move faster than you. And also they're just falling on top of me, because why not? Yeah, more damage from Flame Walker, please. And the other cool thing is the poison can stack, which is why you want to upgrade the number of projectiles. And basically I just need to avoid taking damage for long enough that my shields can restore so I can actually heal. I think I need to get movement speed. Well, the good news is if I can live, the poison should automatically kill the scorpion boss. Even more skeleton balls, my favorite. There's the boss gate, so we know where to be in 6 minutes. And of course the mummy swarm is triggering. I say of course, but it's all in the same time, so it's not like I can really get upset at them triggering when they're supposed to. The first boss and the first swarm always spawn at the 7 and 6 minute marks. Oh, look at that poison overheal. That is very cool. Up duration. The longer the poison lasts, the more value we get from it. And we got a lot of money, so we should probably start spending it. Ah, cool. Scorpions. Yeah, the enemies in the desert level are definitely a lot more annoying. But I guess that's what makes it hard. Like, they move a lot faster, they hit a lot harder. They have poison, they have ranged attacks. Whereas pretty much every enemy in Area 1, I don't think there's anything that's really annoying. Like, even the bosses, which are basically the only enemies that have ranged attack, aren't that bad. And look, the skeleton balls can move just barely fast enough to get to me before they die. More cheese! We're nearing the 3-minute mark and the scorpions just spawned. And look at that, they're already collapsing in on us at an astonishing rate. So, if I want to have a chance of beating this, I need to get to the boss gate now. You know, assuming I don't just die during slow motion. Let's tag this. More damage. More damage. Bigger. Bigger. More damage. Attack speed. More damage. Yay! I can actually survive the onslaught now. Yeah, we'll get one more shrine and then hit up the boss gate. Make myself slightly harder to kill. Ooh, good luck. Look at how big the flame... Where is he going? Look at how big the Flame Walker effect is. That's awesome. I did not think I was close enough to get hit by that. Oh well. I'm sure this will edit poorly. Alright, we'll do one more run and then call it a video. Yeah, we'll do Mega Chad like I said we would, and I'll show off the other biome. But yeah, basically your reward is, aside from just like getting access to the next content, is silver coins, which you use to buy the upgrades, so like extra weapons and tome slots, extra refreshes and stuff, right? A classic roguelike. Yeah, I think we want rod. I think we can do crit with. Let's get rid of speed, so we don't have to worry about it polluting the pools. More XP is always great. But yeah, so the first level is just a bunch of goblins. They're all just level 1 goblins. Ooh, another Moai over there. That's good. Yeah, so something I'm sure you've noticed. The enemies do not really care about the terrain. They will literally just walk over it, or fly at you, depending on what they are. Firewalker's probably good. A treasure chest spawn. That's great. Where, though? I must have killed something with the curse, because that's very far away. None of these are great. Let's get rid of the shield, too. I should have had it set up to play Mega Chad's theme. That's a really good track. All the music in this game is great, but Mega Chad themes is very good. The first boss should spawn in about a minute. Ooh, more gold's always great. Oh, that's great. 10% power up drop chance. Poison doesn't feel like it's very good. Let's just up our aura. Knockback's not great, because that just makes it take longer to kill enemies. Yeah, let's get Life Steal. Just a tiny bit. Yeah, I definitely feel like Lil Nubis's hitbox was a bit bigger than his model was. Alright, we got all our weapons, and now we just gotta pick appropriate tomes. Yeah, let's just get that 5 shield right off the bat. A little extra survivability on top of the flex size. We want to go big. Damage is always good. More damage. More damage. More size and more damage. Yeah, so minor spoilers for, I guess, like the end, right? The way the final boss in each section works, like the actual final boss, not like the final boss of the stage, is that you'll lose all but your first weapon, and after that it'll just be like a damage check repeatedly. So you want to make sure your first weapon is not necessarily the most upgraded, but can like deal a crap ton of damage just by itself. Not that I think we're making it to the final stage in this run personally, but you never know. More movement speed, more damage. Extra jump's always good. If you get enough extra jumps, you can basically fly. Yeah, so I'm sure if you saw at the character select screen, I had everything except one character unlocked. That's because his unlock conditions are very hard. Like, first, you have to beat the true final boss. So you have to get the end of stage 3, and then you have to beat the final boss at the end there. Which, you know, is difficult. But then on top of that, you also have to unlocked the Cursed Sword weapon. And to unlock that, you need to upgrade the Cursed Tome to level 20 in 20 minutes, which is very difficult because, you know, your upgrades are random and you have to do it in a time frame. So you have to get a crap ton of XP very quickly and then also get enough upgrades. And then on top of that, the difficulty tome, no, the Cursed Tome, ups your difficulty. So it gets harder to kill enemies and they deal more damage. So it's just a very difficult thing to do. And I'm sure there's like a way to cheat it. But I'm not deep enough in the weeds to know what that is at this point in time. Now we fight the upgraded goblins. They've got armor and a sword and shield now. I think I'm gonna get the quantity tome just so you can increase projectile count. There it is, thank you. Let's go get that last shrine and that treasure that dropped, and then we'll head to the boss. Should be able to beat it in under 2 minutes. So, just for reference, right? When that timer goes down to 0, it's not an automatic lose state. It just triggers the final wave, and that's just like really fast enemies that get incredibly strong and incredibly fast very quickly come at you. So you have to try and, you know, survive the gauntlet. So while you can definitely like make it to the final wave without triggering the boss fight, it makes it a lot harder than it needs to be. So you want to try and beat the boss of the stage before you even have to worry about the final wave. And if you really want to do the final wave, it's not that big of a deal because beating the final boss automatically triggers it. Stage boss, not final boss. Different things. More crit chance. Oh yeah, so a cool feature about crit chance. You can over crit. So if you get like above 100% crit rate, you'll not only guarantee that every hit is a crit, but also you'll deal increased crit damage. More damage is always good, even if it costs HP. Yeah, so final boss of the forest stage is an int. Like, I basically just ignored Chunkham the entire time, and he's already mostly dead. That being said, if you don't deal with Chunkham, he becomes very obnoxious because his projectile attack slows. Oh, I didn't even see the upgrade I got, because I thought it was the treasure pop-up. More damage, more size. More damage. Yeah. And if you really want to fight the final wave that much, it's not that big of a deal because after you beat the final boss at the end of stage 3, you get to face the final wave completely uninterrupted until you die. So fall damage does exist in this game, but there's a neat trick to it where if you hug a wall as you're falling, when you land, you'll take no damage. Yeah, I don't know how it worked out. It's probably a weird physics thing more than anything else. Regardless, it's intentional because the devs left it in, so that tells you all you really need to know about that. And not only did they leave it in, they left in they gave you an achievement for doing it like 4 times. Demonstration. Just hug the wall. Bam. Perfectly fine. More damage is always good. More movement speed is always great. Yeah, so in case you couldn't tell, I have played this game quite a bit because I know what most of the items do without even needing to look at them beyond their icon. Man, it'd be really cool if I could stop walking into enemies so I waste my flex. Regen's always nice. Yeah, take your time. Just trying to get him in Lava Walker so I can kill him as quickly as possible. Of course, it doesn't help that all these mobs are able to get to me. And of course, the nuke doesn't hit him. Goblin Swarm. Hopefully... Or in Flame Walker enough to deal with most of it. Well, this does not bode well. Yeah, so the enemies do not care about terrain. And will just walk at you until they get to you and hit you for damage. Or unless they're cactus, in which case they'll just pelt you with thorns from a distance. Moldy cheese is good. More ways to make things die. Cool, ogres are spawning. This is actually a hard one. What's lifesteal at? 24%? I'll take one more. Yeah, but as you can see, we're doing a crit of 129 damage, and they're still not dying very quickly. Which is why we're gonna skedaddle. There's the boss gate. That's great. Still got a whole portion of the map we need to double check for shrines for first. So I have a feeling that this is not going to end very well, based on how the first time we had to fight a boss, it took us until the final wave to kill it. Oh, this is... Yep, that's it. Oh, well. Did not go as planned, but what can you do? I'm just gonna sit on the death screen for a bit. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. I'm gonna be coming back to YouTube with a bunch of more stuff. I'll probably be streaming a bit more. Maybe do Kirby Air Riders video. Definitely gonna get back into fighting game stuff. I'm gonna try to upload some more shorter form stuff just to try and get back into the jive, so to speak. But other than that, thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye.